Hey, hi, and hello. My name is Jerusalem Truth. I'm an artist, business owner, tarot reader, hoodoo baby, and woo-woo lady. And I wanted to give you a very personal welcome to this channel, Temperance Apothecary. This is the esoteric arm of my previously existing business, Temperance Apothecary, where I sell body butters and teas, more and new coming very, very soon. And on this channel, I give collective general readings as well as pick a pile readings and offer personal readings as well in 30 or 60-minute increments, as well as 45 and 90 for a special creativity-esque reading I have for artists, entrepreneurs, and anyone else willing or ready to invest in their creativity. All of that information is down below, but I just wanted to say hello and welcome you on in to this reading. So today is a new moon. It also is very shortly spring and Pisces season because I follow sidereal. I have not gone into it in depth here, and I don't know if I ever will, but if you'd love more information, I would tell you to go check out the People's Oracle, aka Dana Lynn Knuckles. Her information will be tagged below, as well as her 2026 sidereal guide. I have been following and observing and writing along in her sidereal guides for at least 3 or 4 years now. So I highly, highly recommend and bring that up because Dana in the sidereal guide for 2026 wrote about March 18th being a Pisces new moon and the theme being planting new seeds of self-trust. Now, the way her guide is set up, it would obviously apply to whatever your Pisces house is in, and I will offer that to you here as well. But this reading is more of a collective reading that I wanted to do, and it's something I want to incorporate in the channel where when there are significant, at least significant to me, astrological placements and readings and transits, whenever there are significant astrological transits happening, and by significant I do mean significant to me, significant to the world, you know, we're all citizens of the same place, the world. I figured I could do a cute little reading, keeping it very short and very sweet, but just to tap into the energy that's in the air, if you will. So I wanted to ask Spirit, and I will be using both decks we typically use, the Modern Witch Tarot, the Modern Witch Tarot, and the Neo Tarot deck, asking Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective with this Pisces new moon? How are we planting new seeds of self-trust? And using the Neo Tarot deck, what new seeds of self-trust are we being asked to plant? With this, I thought I pulled one card and it started to fall out of my hand and I just let it fall. But it is actually 2 cards, and I will not flip them over yet. May I get 1 card to complete the pyramid, Spirit? So 3 and 3. What new seeds of self-trust are we being asked to plant? All right. Ooh. I'll get a clarifier for that, but I won't flip it over. And then I'll get our affirmation first. We're switching it up today. I'll let our affirmation ground us. What new seeds of self-trust are we planting at this moment, Spirit? My vulnerability and ability to feel fearlessly are my superpowers. So if you have not watched it, I highly recommend watching my How Is Your Luck Turning video. I won't tell you which pile, but that affirmation came up in that pile as well. So just starting a little quickly because, of course, I want to keep these videos short and sweet, but thorough. I'm going to set my timer as I do, and let's start our reading. Ooh, okay. All right. Oh, I'm going to show you all the deck. I'm going to show you all the cards that I pulled and then come back on camera because this is absolutely incredible, and I need you to see what I'm seeing before we break down what we break down, okay? Our Neo Tarot deck, I asked, what new seeds of self-trust are we being asked to plant? And so I want you to see how this is the 3 of Cups reversed, clarified by the 2 of Cups, and then we have this 3 of Swords and 5 of Swords reversed. And then here for how we are being asked to plant new seeds, we have Knight of Wands reversed, Death reversed, and 4 of Wands. I actually am going to pull 2 more cards, or 1 rather, for a joint clarifier of these reversals, Knight of Wands and Death. Oh, that didn't want to come all the way out, but I saw it. I saw what you said. May I get 1 more card, Spirit, just to clarify Death and the Knight of Wands reversed for how we are being asked to plant new seeds of self-trust. Oh. Ooh. Go it. Okay. Boom. Picking up what you're putting down. Okay, Spirit. Boom. So the clarifier for those 2 cards were the High Priestess reversed, clarified by Judgment. That just flew out of my hand. How we're being asked to plant new seeds. We're being asked to call everybody to the front. You know, when you are at school and not for any scary, icky reason, but everyone is asked to be dismissed, or maybe when you're in elementary school, it didn't really happen as you got older, but maybe a surprise day. What's coming to mind, and maybe this is relevant for somebody, but I went to a Sacred Heart school. I won't get into all of that, but once a year we used to have this thing called kanji, and we never knew when it was happening. We just knew when someone went through the hallways ringing the bell that it was kanji day, and we didn't have classes, and we got to celebrate and have a ball. And now I see why. Now I see why that came to mind, because that's exactly what this is. So this Knight of Wands, Death, and the High Priestess reversed is telling me how we are being asked to plant seeds, new seeds of self-trust. Keep it simple, stupid. And I'm not calling you stupid, but that's a phrase that my mother used to say. We could say, keep it simple, Stan. Keep it simple, guy. But in sincerity, we are being asked not to overcomplicate the motion and movement we are meant to be experiencing at this time, because we're not quite there yet. But with this 8 of Wands, baby, you know it's coming. We are being asked, especially with this new moon, how to plant seeds of self-trust by recognizing and quantifying the ways in which we've changed, especially since that last full moon. But even more so than that, right? This is the last full moon, if you will, of wintertime, because the spring equinox is March 21st, I believe, and this reading is timeless. So whenever you are meant to receive these messages is when you will be found. But if you are watching this around the time that I recorded and posted it, or even just a couple days, weeks off, we are approaching spring very, very quickly. And Spirit is asking us, when we ask how to plant new seeds, to take a look at all the pieces, to call everybody, everything outside those creepy crawly thoughts that have been in your mind all winter, that have been ruminating and messing up your hibernation, but also the dreams and visions for the future you have for yourself, and to revel in that and share those with others. Okay, this 4 of Wands is celebration. And what I love is that the 2 folks in this interpretation are not dancing or moving as they typically are, but instead they're here together and they look to be setting up a picnic. So Spirit is asking us, especially with this new moon, to do a thorough review of everything that we have experienced, of what we have gained this winter, of what we have released since the fall, and to celebrate how far we have come, and to have a picnic, kind of setting our stakes down here in the now. And I feel even more confident in that message because in the other question, what new seeds are we being asked to plant? We got the 3 of Swords reversed and the 5 of Swords reversed, and the 3 of Cups clarified by the 2 of Cups. Keep it simple, okay? Your heart will never be broken forever. The pain won't last always. In the same way that, yeah, there were some relationships you had to get rid of. There were maybe some not so savory situations where you or someone else might have been moving too fast. There might have been some situations where you just knew it was going to be a sure thing and this was going to be a life-changing transformation. And then there were some situations where you maybe didn't go with your gut or trust your intuition. But what new seeds we are being asked to plant are seeds of clarity, knowing that our heart, our healing, and even our grieving are our own, and that the relationships in which we are no longer aligned, those must be severed at this time. Those superfluous facetious, I see when I see you acquaint relationships, we are being asked to plant seeds of genuine, true love and connection with others, right? Thinking even of our affirmation, my vulnerability and ability to feel fearlessly are my superpowers. Hello? That is a full statement. That is a full sentence. Your vulnerability, your ability to feel the heartbreak and the heartache, and your ability to recognize when you might have been moving too fast in the past or trying to race forward, but into what, right? Death reverse. Death is not often a card of, oop, my ear is itching, so I'm taking that as confirmation. Death, yes, can represent physical or literal death, but typically it represents some type of transformation in your life. And that being clarified by judgment lets me know that we are being asked to, with crystal clear clarity. And that doesn't always have to be tough. That doesn't always have to be, oh my gosh, I'm getting my life together. No, sometimes it can just look like, okay, I told myself Q1, I was going to be doing XYZ. Maybe you have, maybe you have not. But judgment either way is going down the roll and saying, all right, I've done boom, 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 boom. What else is there still to do? But before we go on to do that, we're being asked to celebrate. Celebrate how far we've come, because that is self-trust. That is you saying to you, yeah, man, we're already doing great. We're already doing the thing that we know and said that we were going to do. And even if you are not, know that those new spaces, new places, new territories, new levels are quickly approaching, and they are aligning with you. The same way the relationships that are meaningful and impactful and meant to stick with you, the people that are meant to receive your vulnerability and who appreciate your ability to feel, are absolutely finding you and are being called to you at this time. So with this new moon, the seeds of self-trust that you are being asked to plant are ones of harmony, internally and externally. And I say that because this Four of Wands, of course, is with others, and so is this Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a little more intimate, right? Two of Cups is we are sharing a glass, whether it's a glass of wine or maybe I'm taking a little bit off your plate, and this little picnic here, we are in our own world, right? We being you and me, we being whoever it is that you may be meeting with and connecting with in this time, but you are being asked to pour into the relationships and spaces and experiences that are meant to stick around, that aren't what you think you should be doing, right? This High Priestess reverse is making me think of the fact that when we don't listen to ourselves, when we don't allow ourselves to feel or be vulnerable, that's when we feel disconnected. And I'm also looking at this Four of Wands and Eight of Wands. They are two people, obviously together, about to have this picnic. And then you have this Eight of Wands. It's a solo traveler on their motorcycle. Right now, we are being asked to review and reflect the relationship and world around us, and really Q1, right? These first 3 months of 2026, and celebrate how far we've come so that we can recognize when we are in right alignment, not only with others and in spaces, but with ourselves. And once we recognize and celebrate that right alignment, that's when we're able to move out the way. We're able to take off into the rest of 2026. And when you appreciate your own vulnerability and your ability to feel, that is actually the key that unlocks the movement and momentum that we, well, let me not say we. Actually, let's say we, because if you are a collective, we are a we. That'll actually unlock the momentum and movement and motion that we are looking for. May I get any final messages, Spirit, for this new moon? Any messages you'd like to share with the collective? Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay. The Queen of Cups reversed jumped out, clarified by the Knight of Cups. Take it slow. Take it slow. Be ready to bring your sweetness with you everywhere you go through the rest of the year. Be ready to bring your emotion. Be ready to bring your creativity, right? Ace of Cups reversed in the Modern Witch Tarot, and the Hangman upright on the bottom. Yeah, we are in a time of an overflow of emotions. Knight of Swords in the middle. We're in a time where we are being asked to sort through our emotions and to take in all of the feelings that we have. It's a Pisces moon. I have a Pisces moon natally, so this is literally a transit in my 4th house. And so this time is very abundant. I have family visiting. Spring is coming. I just had my niece's birthday. There's also, unfortunately, a death in my family recently. And it's just been a lot. It's been a lot of overflowing emotions. And we're not necessarily being asked to ignore those, but we're being asked to take stock of what those are and to hold ourselves and to hold those emotions so that we can process them fully and really come to terms with how we feel before we move forward into the rest of the year. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if this video resonated with you, drop a moon emoji. It can be any moon, a new moon preferably, but however you're feeling. All right, actually I just started shuffling when I meant to be putting the cards up, so we'll pull one more, Spirit. Clearly that was something. Get one more message for the collective. Ace of Cups reversed came out again. Okay. Allow yourself to indulge and feel your feelings. Ooh, yeah. And the star at the middle of the deck, I'll cover their chest areas. Allow yourself to be purified by the waters of Lake Minnetonka. And if you don't know that reference, that is Purple Rain, or Prince's movie. But these two coupled together are letting me know that we are meant to experience some good old-fashioned cleansing tears. Again, I'm a Pisces moon. We have big feelings, okay? I was gonna say no Willow Smith, but I'm pretty sure she's a Scorpio. So we have very big feelings, and that's okay, because when those feelings are so big and so vast, it can feel like a lot to process. But when you allow yourself to sit in the overflow of your feelings and not shame yourself for them, but to recognize them as information, then that's when you are able to transmute those into nuggets, transmute those into feelings and emotions and art and connections that you want to share and divulge with others. So I hope you have a great day and enjoy the Pisces new moon. We will talk very, very soon. Bye.